Is it starting now?
Yes, you should introduce yourself and then start with your attention device.
Hello everybody, my name is Danny Gonzalez. Sorry. Can I start over?
Yeah, let's start.
Thank you. Hello everybody, my name is Danny Gonzalez. There is a fine line between justice and vengeance. I'm talking about which is an approaching new crisis, which is cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is the act of online harassment or harassment without physical contact with the victim, and also it could lead to suicide of the victim, and which has become such a serious case throughout the nation, has brought the attention to now New York State. Senator Jeffrey Klein, as seen right there to the right, has proposed a cyberbullying bill to an update to the previous bill of DASA, which is Dignity for All Students, which will make cyberbullying now a criminal offense. While I support this, there's a few major flaws with it. I know probably you might be saying, like, didn't you just support this last speech? And once again, yes I did, but there's some flaws here that need to be given a slight overhaul. Cyberbullying, as mentioned before, online harassment of a certain individual. And in the bill, proposed punishments were that it begins with bullycide, which is the intentional or the unintentional killing of the victim. It is classified as second-degree manslaughter according to New York State government, and it's punishable by up to 15 years in prison, and no less than 5, or with a $10,000 fine. The second punishment is cyber stalking, which is counted as third-degree stalking by New York State government, which is the act of harassment without physical contact with the victim through means of writing or social media. According to an article by Dominique Delou from CNN.com, he says that this bill, according to an interview with Klein, says that if the punishments are harsh, people will act accordingly. But there's something wrong with that. According to another expert named Whitney Donowitz, yes. She says that while the punishments are just way too harsh, and that in nothing demonizes the teen, as this focuses on adolescents and college students. Also, the punishments involve isolation for the perpetrator. And according to an urban education expert named Christopher Edwin, he says that these initiatives would just aggravate the bully even further, and will actually provoke the bully to engage in physical confrontations with the victim if left unhandled. Also, speaking of which, according to another website from TechDirt by Christopher Edwins again, he says that the classifications of the bill is just too horrendous. So, if you see from this slide, it says it gives the classifications of what kind of harassment they're talking about. Leaving improper messages on online messaging boards, or sending hurtful or damaging messages to others. In itself, the statement is way too broad, is because that a lot of people send stupid messages all the time, and it can be actually misinterpreted as something serious, which could be wrongfully accusing somebody. Flaming, which is basically sending hurtful messages to somebody, again, can be misinterpreted as foul play. And for the others, it generally applies to the same thing. Also good. Applies to the same thing. And that just because of the fact there's no specific points in these classifications for the harassment, this will lead to a lot of question and a lot of controversy, because of the fact that this also violates the First Amendment, which is free speech. So in my case is that we should eliminate the bully side offense, as it doesn't really match with the cyberbullying's perspective and description. Instead, and bully side is also used as the main punishment for New York State, as proposed by Senator Klein. Instead, we should propose the third-degree stalking as the main punishment for cyberbullying, as it fits more to the description, and also it's more fair and just. In conclusion, even though cyberbullying is becoming a relatively new form of attacks and dangerous, we should also consider we should also consider the attackers, what age they are, how frequent were the attacks, what kind of content were in the attacks, like how serious was these messages. It also should be taken into account from the perspective of both sides.